Hello everyone, this is Phantom Rider here, and today I have yet another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles story. So it's been a bit since I've done a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles story, and I honestly really miss doing them, and I figured that I might as well do the 2016 Mikey X Raider story of the first meeting, because it was so much fun doing the other three, and as you guys probably have picked up by now, I've been trying my best to keep every single one of these stories as unique to each other as possible. Not just other stories on Wattpad, but also each of them are unique specifically to each other. Such as with the proposal series, one character would propose differently than everyone else. And that's the plan I have with the first meeting stories. So they obviously are all different in some way, shape, or form. So I decided that and it took me quite a while to figure out a decent idea for how the reader would meet Mikey, and it was very, very difficult, but I think I finally nailed down a correct way that these two would probably meet. So why don't we get started? Mikey was out on one of his nightly walks. See, whenever his brothers and father would fall asleep, he would occasionally sneak out of the lair and wander around the city. As he was hopping from rooftop to rooftop, he suddenly spotted something. He saw a girl around his age cosplaying as Link from Legend of Zelda, obviously. He stopped dead in his tracks and saw the girl walking home with a small group of other cosplayers when she said something with the other way as them. Mikey's curiosity sent him to follow the girl. Soon she stopped off at a skate park. She grabbed a skateboard out of her large bag and put the bag and sword down nearby. She then walked up the skating ramp and skated down. She began doing a bunch of tricks and flips and flipped on and off her board. Mikey watched with a huge goofy grin on his face. He never really figured girls would be interested in skateboarding, mainly because the only girl he knew was April. She may have been a strange girl, granted, but she was not one to like skateboarding. This girl, however, apparently was all over the idea of skating. Mikey took a seat on the roof and began to enjoy the show. He only wished he had a bag of popcorn and a slice of pizza to make it all the more better. Though the moment had to end. A group of girls came walking over to the skate park. There were 3 of them, and they were all wearing super preppy and skimpy clothes. The ringleader had red hair and blue eyes. Her outfit was a bright blue strapless shirt, and she was also wearing a hot pink skirt that was just above her thighs. Your average mean girl, basically. When they approached you, you looked as if you had just seen a ghost. Mikey may have been a distance away, but he could see as clear as day that your skin was pale and fearful. You put your hands up in the air and spoke. Listen, ladies, I'm not looking for trouble. Can't we just talk to each other for once that doesn't end in a beating? He asked as he laughed nervously. The girls laughed at the question, and when Mikey blinked, you were already on the ground. They stood over you and began slapping and punching, pulling your hair and shoving you. Now, Mikey was never one to promote hurting a girl in any way, shape, or form, and neither am I. But when said girl is doing something to someone else, then he feels he needs to help. He took a deep breath and hopped off the rooftop and landed in front of the girls. You seemed pretty amused at the girls and how terrified they looked. They screamed loudly and ran away, tripping over each other. He giggled at the sight and turned back to Mikey. "Thanks, dude," he said as you held out your hand to Mikey. He was a little surprised you were so friendly and didn't do the same as those girls, but he shrugged off the feeling and shook her hand excitedly. "No problem, Angel Cakes. It's what I do." He then let go of her hand and looked at her costume. Now that he was closer, I could see the amount of detail and hard work was put into the costume. Sweet cosplay. I love Zelda, he said as he laughed, and she did the same. "Are you a cosplayer, or are you an awesome mutant turtle?" He laughed again, and he looked into his baby blue eyes. They were as bright as the lights of New York, not to mention they were beautiful. He giggled and felt your heart flutter. I like the awesome mutant turtle route. Ladies like to call me Mikey. "Cool. I'm your name." "Wow, that's a cute name." He giggled and spoke. You're a bit of a flirt, aren't you?" "Yup." Suddenly your watch beeped and you looked at it. You gasped and spoke. "Sorry, I didn't realize it was this late. I gotta go. But you want to hang out sometime?" "Sure. Sure. How about here tomorrow night tomorrow at 11 o'clock? He said with a wink. Sounds like a plan, Stan. He then grabbed your things and ran off home, but not before waving him goodbye. Mikey sure as hell was looking forward to tomorrow night. To be continued. So, this one was a little bit, as I said, really tricky to pinpoint on how I could do this. And I figured that, I guess that the simple fact that Mikey tends to really like video games specifically, I've heard fanfictions that he likes Zelda, and I remember once hearing one of my favorite YouTubers where they cosplayed as Zelda once, and they thought Link from Legend of Zelda, and I thought it'd be really cool to have the reader do that and everything, because it can make for some interesting dialogue between the two of them, and I thought it'd be really fun. But anyway, guys, this is Phantom Rider, and I'll be seeing you all very soon. Bye-bye.